So I was live yesterday actually. I used to go live a lot previously, but then I stopped for a period of time. And that's what I want to talk about. Momentum. This thing called momentum. If you lose it sometimes it can be hard to regain it again. Let me say, for example, you're doing something, you do it a lot, and then you stop, right? It can be hard sometimes to start doing it all over again. It can be hard to pick up from where you stopped, right? Just imagine you're going to the gym like every day, every day, every day, right? Or I don't know what the routine is like. Let me say twice or three times a week, but then you stop for like 3 months. It's a little hard to pick up again. So if you're doing something consistently, just try your best to make sure that you're still being consistent. Because the moment you stop, the moment you relax, hey, it will not be easy to pick up again. And that's just something that I've learned. That's something that I've really learned in recent times. Like consistency really pays. I was talking about this previously in one of my other lives. Consistency pays. If you're consistent in something, no matter what it is, let's say you can't cook, right? And you want to learn how to cook, and you're practicing every 2 days, right? Not every day. If you practice on Monday, you practice on Wednesday, you practice on Friday, right? In a space of 6 months, you would have made considerable progress. When people look at how they achieve things like the time frame, they think about, oh, today, they think about tomorrow. But they don't think that if I do this thing every day for 6 months, for 1 year, that is, if I do this thing every day for 365 days, what will be the what's that word I'm looking for? What will be the benefit, the cumulative benefits of doing these things so much? I really feel like that's how people break through. That's how people have success. Okay, what you can get, like if you're looking at the long term, like 5 year goal of this thing, it's a lot, right? So what you would achieve in 5 years of continuous effort, someone that's up and on for 10 years, you probably not achieve it, honestly. So consistency is very, very important. And if you have momentum, please use it carefully, use it wisely, like build on it, benefit off of your momentum because you will not always have momentum. The truth is that we are all human beings. Burnout can occur. If you do something consistently for a while, you would need to take a break, right? To recharge, to reset, right? To just give yourself time to do something else because we are not robots that you wake up every day and keep doing the same thing and you not feel some type of way. If you're doing the same thing every day, you definitely feel some kind of way, which is why some people experience burnout because you're doing this thing over and over and over and over again, and you are now tired, you are now exhausted, you no longer want to do this thing anymore. So it's fine to take breaks, it's fine to rest, it's fine to give yourself time. Like, okay, let me just take either a few days or a week to rest, but don't prolong it because if you prolong it too much, you will get so used to resting that it will be hard for you to go back to working. I think that's where some people mix it. Like some people that are champions, some people that are leaders, some people that are doing very well, they say, okay, let me take a break of a week, and then they end up taking a break for 6 months or a year. I'm seeing some people on the live. Hi, Enigma Motivation. Hi, Canary King. Hi, welcome to the live. Thank you for being here. I hope everyone is having a great day. It's weekend. New York. Hi, Canary King, all the way from New York. So, how is it over there? How is the United States of America? How is New York? I hear about New York a lot. I think it's the capital. I'm not sure, but I've heard that it's a very bubbling city. I've heard that it has nightlife. I've heard that if you want to make it, like if you want to hustle and make it in America, go to New York. That's what I've heard. I've heard a lot about that place actually. That it's a bubbling city. It's like the life of the party kind of city. But I've also heard that it can be a bit expensive, like accommodation and cost of living is also a bit expensive there. So I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're coping well. I hope that things are not too hard for you. Um, he said, "How are you?" I'm doing well, Canary. Thank you so much. And you? How's your weekend going? How is family? How is work? I really hope that you're doing well, anyways. Okay, he said capital is Washington DC, but New York is the commercial capital. Oh yeah, it's like so. I'm from Nigeria. Yeah, in Nigeria, Abuja is the capital city, but the commercial city is Lagos. So I get that it can be different, because I hear about New York more than I hear about Washington. So yeah, I really, really believe that. He said he gave me a like. Thank you so much. And please, if you can also subscribe to my channel. Let me tell you something. No, I'm not in Lagos. I'm in Abuja here. Abuja is the capital city, but the bubbling commercial city is Lagos. Like if you want to hustle, right? If you want whatever it is that you want to do, just go to Lagos because it has a lot of Lagos has a whole lot of opportunities. I'm not saying that other states don't have opportunities, but Lagos is the commercial capital. And anybody that comes to Nigeria, they want to go to Lagos first because that's like anything that you want to do, that's the bubbling commercial city, just like how New York is for you. How do I like Abuja? I like Abuja because it's quiet, it's calm, everything is more organized, right? Everything is more orderly. Like the roads are clean and smooth. The people are not very friendly. Like Abuja is the kind of place that everybody minds their business. Unlike Lagos, that you can easily go out and meet friends. Like everybody wants to know everybody. Everybody wants to connect with everybody. But Abuja is not like that. Abuja, everybody minds their business. Some people don't talk to their neighbors. Some people don't even know their neighbors. But yes, the place is very relaxed. It's very nice. It's quiet. It's orderly. Because this is where the president stays. So you would expect that a city that the president of the country stays, where the White House is. Like, what is White House for you guys? But here we call it Aso Villa. We call it Aso Rock. But where the president stays, of course, the roads are very smooth and nice, like the trees are green. The place is just beautiful in general. But for someone that is very, very social, the first time that you come here, you may not blend in so easily because the people here are not the most friendly people. We are not celebrity crazy, and we can be social, but we are social with people that we already know and not people that we don't know. Someone asked me a question, what happened to your mouth? This is lip gloss, probably if that's what you're talking about, but I don't have any disabilities in any way. But this is lip gloss, if that's what you're referring to. Destiny, welcome to the live, Destiny. It's nice to have you here. I hope that you're doing well. Happy Saturday, happy weekend. So on weekends, I know that people are either relax they're either relaxing, right, or they're probably out enjoying themselves, or you're working. So I don't know which is it for you. For me, I'm going to be working anyways. As soon as I'm done with this live, I have to go out to work. So I'm working this weekend, but I also make time to also rest because rest is very important. And the moment Monday comes again is work, 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 work. Canary said, what's my plan for the weekend? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain. That today, okay, so I woke up this morning. I didn't wake up so early. And then I got dressed. I'm about going out to work. I run a business. Yes. And from there, I'm going to go to the market. I'm going to get food stores. I'm going to come back home, and then I'm going to make dinner. Tomorrow is Sunday. I'm a Christian. I go to church on Sundays. And then when I come back, I would rest because, then we have Monday. Monday is work, 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 work. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like during the week is working. So for the weekend, I'm just going to be doing a lot of resting. What kind of work do I do? I run a business. I sell furnitures, interiors. Okay, so let me tell you guys backstory. So 6 years ago, I started selling makeup products. Right, that was the first time. I was in my final year of college when I started the business. Right, I started it as a way to make ends meet, as a way to earn some money, as a way to make a living. Because as a student, definitely, I wasn't working. I didn't have any sort of income apart from what my parents gave me, and it's not like it wasn't sufficient. But I felt like I needed to do something for myself, so I started a makeup business. Then 4 years ago, I felt like the makeup business no longer rhymed with the kind of person that I was becoming, and I needed to do something more. So that was when I stumbled on this handmade baskets, right? I don't know if you know about baskets, handmade baskets, the ones that you can make with your hands. You can use them at home, you can use them in your kitchen, you can use them for storage. I also make like outdoor chairs or everything handmade. So now I make furnitures. I branched out into making proper furnitures like sofas, chairs, tables, cabinets, and all of that. So that's what I do for a living. That's the business that I run. And so far, so good. I know a lot about business. Sometimes I talk about business, I talk about sales, I talk about marketing because it's something that I have lived as my real life experience, right? It's not something that I even had to learn. Everything that I know now, I learned it on the journey, customer relationship, running a business, hiring staff. Like the first time I hired staff, it was so horrible because I didn't know what I was doing, I didn't know what I was expecting, but I've learned throughout the whole journey. They say that experience is the best teacher, and to be honest, it's very true. Like you can read whatever in a book, but it can never be compared to when you experience it in real life, when you experience it for yourself, when you have the experience by yourself. So yeah, I've learned on the journey, and glory be to God, the business is growing and I'm getting better day by day. And I also have like dreams and goals and things that I'm working on. I want to like get a bigger space. I want to expand. um Thank you so much for the kind comments. Yes, I'm also impressed with myself because it's not been easy. But one thing that I know is that I'm so glad that I started early. I'm so glad that I had the courage to keep going and improving myself. Yeah, I'm not that young, but yeah, I'm also kind of young. I graduated from college when I was 19. Now I'm currently 25. So I've been an entrepreneur for, let me say, 6, 7 years. Yeah, I've been running a business for like 6, 7 years. I'm 25 now. I started when I was 18. I started in skincare. Yeah, I think that was the first business that I did. I did skincare. I sold clothes. Like I've actually tried a whole lot of businesses. That's the thing. You That's the thing. You have to like some people are looking for what their purpose is before they start anything. But the truth is that you have to start things before you realize what your purpose really is, right? So I've tried so many things before I finally decided to settle on, furniture making. Destiny said, "Why you want to know?" I don't know. I don't think it's anything serious to ask my age. It's not a secret, actually. Sometimes I tell people willingly, even without them asking. I don't think it's a big deal. Will I ever do makeup and beauty again? I don't think so because, like I said, doing beauty is not something that is in line with my personal beliefs. Okay, probably I might never say never, right? But I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think I will ever do makeup and beauty again. I might actually sell clothes. Maybe later on, I might decide to sell clothes. But for now, I don't think I will do anything makeup or beauty related. Because me personally, I'm not a makeup and beauty person. Some days I wake up, I leave the house, I don't, bother with looking extra beautiful or anything like that. So personally, I'm not a makeup and beauty person, but I love having a clean, nice space. I love staying in somewhere that is clean and well put together. I love staying in somewhere that is very nice, very aesthetic. I love beautiful furnitures, beautiful things. So yeah, that's very in line with what I believe in. Yeah, I think I'm still quite young, but then again, don't forget that there's a lot of pressure, even as a young person, there's a lot of pressure to achieve things, okay? Because then you see people who are even younger than you who are doing better things than what you're doing. So there might be a lot of pressure to achieve this, to achieve that, to do better than what you are currently doing. And time flies, okay? Imagine I didn't start when I was 19, that I was thinking, okay, I'm so young. I don't think I would be where I am now. So I don't even feel like I'm too young to achieve the things that I've achieved. I feel, though I do feel like I have a good foundation, anyways, and I'm very very grateful for the journey so far. Canary said, "Why is it against your beliefs?" It's not really that it's against my beliefs. It's just something that I'm not keen about. It's not something that I want to put push out there because I believe that we are influenced by what we see. We are influenced by what we buy. And even as a business owner, you can be an influence on someone else. Okay, these beauty things can be quite complicated because some girls feel like if you're not wearing beauty things, doing their makeup excessively, doing their hair all the time, wearing revealing clothes, they don't feel good. They don't feel good enough. They feel like they are not good enough unless they invest heavily in these beauty things. I don't want to push such agenda. I don't want to be part of the group of people that are pushing it out there that girls really need to do all these beauty things for them to feel like they are enough. I don't want to be a part of that. I didn't feel good somehow. Like the beauty industry is so complicated, and I just feel like I don't want to be part of that mix. And when I was talking about selling clothes, even if I do go into clothes, I don't think I will be selling things like sexy clothing and all this kind of little clothes. I don't believe in that. Yeah. I don't believe in that. I feel like people can still be confident. People can still look good. People can look presentable. People are still worth so much more, even if they don't drown themselves in beauty things. I'm not against you wearing your earrings, doing your hair, doing your makeup, and all of that. But I don't like that the beauty industry pushes it on us so much to the point where girls get obsessed with it. No, I don't. I don't like that. What did I study in school? Um, this question is a bit funny because what I studied and what I'm doing now are two very different things. Like they're very opposites. I didn't study anything about marketing. I didn't study anything about entrepreneurship. I didn't study anything about anything related to what I do now. I study international law and diplomacy, right? So by BSc, I'm a diplomat, right? By what I studied in school, by my certificate, I'm supposed to be a diplomat. And when I say international law and diplomacy, people think I studied law. No, I didn't study law. I studied diplomacy. Basically, that's like being an ambassador. Yeah, that's like mediation between countries. Exactly, mediation within countries. Like people that sit and try to restore peace between countries in cases of war. I also studied international rights, humanitarian rights. Yeah, I feel like if I were to major, that's probably something I would major in, humanitarian rights. Even during wars, I feel like certain human rights are even abused during wars. And during wars, times of conflict, people don't know the human rights that still apply. People feel like during wars and times of conflict, anything can go, anything can stand. No, that's the law says otherwise, actually. The law really says otherwise. So I really like the course that I studied because it compassed like so many things, right? Every semester I did different courses that gave me views into like a broad range. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how I can like this, your comments. Can I? Truth be told, natural is the best. Very, very true. I agree. David, hi, welcome to my live. My biggest fan. Thank you. I feel it here. Thank you so much, David. I hope you're having a nice week. I hope you're doing well, and I hope that I will see you tomorrow, David. Let me not look for you. Let me not look for you. I hope that I will see you tomorrow. Actually, it's been long, guys. So okay, not that long. So I saw you like 2 weeks ago. But I hope that I see you tomorrow, and I hope you're having a nice week. Okay, Canary said, "Why did you pick that course of study?" Hmm. So it's not like initially, yeah. So when I got into the university, I was quite young. I was like 15 plus. And when you're 15 plus, you're still very young. You don't know a lot of things, right? So initially, I thought I wanted to study law because I didn't have a lot of like knowledge about things. But I felt like I like to defend people. Like if something was going wrong, I felt like I was the kind of person to speak up, to say something. So I was like, okay, let me study law. Like it looks like something I'll be interested in. But by the time I got into the university, there's this exam you write, like an entrance exam, right? And there's a cut-off mark. I did not make the cut-off mark, so they gave me international law and diplomacy, the course I have now. Now, the thing is that if you want to study law and they put you into this other course, after a year, you have the opportunity to decide that, okay, you want to go back to law depending on your grades, right? So if you're going into school with the mindset that, okay, I got something I didn't want, but I'm going to work really hard. So at the end of the year session, at the end of this year, I can go into law, right? That was the plan. But after a year in international law and diplomacy, and I saw how broad it was, I decided that, okay, let me stay here. Let me see how good it can get. I didn't feel like I wanted to do law anymore. And one of the reasons is that if you study law, I feel like it's a bit limiting because you're studying Nigerian law only, right? And to be honest, I'm not trying to like put my country down or say anything negative, but if you're studying Nigerian law, there are many Nigerians, there are many Nigerian lawyers I know that don't have a good, well-paying job. There are many Nigerian lawyers I know that it's a bit hard for them to practice because honesty is not always rewarded in the country because the law doesn't always apply. Okay, like even people in power, people in high places don't always respect the law. And if you tell people you're a lawyer in this country, they just assume that you're doing things like there's this thing that we say wuru wuru. I don't know how to explain that. Like you're not being honest, okay? You're being biased and you're not being truthful because there's just a lot of corruption in the country. So I just felt like okay, there's no need to go into something that was limiting, right? It's better I do international law because then I have more chance in the international space, in the international arena. I have more chance, yeah. So that was how I got into international law and diplomacy, and so far so good. It's been years later, and I haven't used my certificate yet, but I'm still so very happy that I studied that course because it gave me a lot of knowledge about a lot of things, right? I think I'm doing really great because I do have the knowledge that my BSc gave me, and I also have the knowledge that business gave me. And trust me, by the time you put these things together, it actually brings out a lot. Like How do I explain this? It's I think I'll explain it some other time because it's a bit complex. David said, hopefully. Hopefully, David. Hopefully, I hope that I do see you tomorrow. I'm sorry, we're having a meeting. Like after service, we have a meeting. I don't know if you heard. So just come. There's room for you to like air your thoughts, and there's room for everybody to talk and discuss. The meeting is after service, so I think you should come. Actually, you had I get into uni at such a young age. This feels like saying the story of my life. This is like my autobiography. Okay, so this is the story here. I got into school quite early, like right from kindergarten, right from when I was like 3 years, 2 years. So I just been progressing like that, like progressing like that. So I finished high school when I was 15, right? And my parents wanted me to stay at home for a year. I think in the United States, you guys call it gap year, right? This thing that you do after high school and college, you take a year in between to explore, to learn. So that's what my parents wanted me to do after high school. They wanted me to take a year to learn a skill. They wanted me to learn a skill. They wanted me to, just do something else, maybe learn sewing, hairdressing, or anything like that. I was like, no, I don't want to like sit at home and learn a trade. Do you get? Why don't I just go to school, finish school, and then I can learn the trade? Because I just feel like, at that point where I finished high school, my mind was in studies, right? If I take a year off, I may not be interested in studies so much anymore. And I don't want to do that. Okay. I don't want to take a year to enjoy myself, to do other things, and then I'll come back and start trying to like read and study. I didn't want that. So I was like, let me just go into university. And even in my country here in Nigeria, the minimum age that you can get into the university is 16 years. So for me to even get into the university at that time, my parents had to write like a letter to the VC that I'm well behaved, I'm well mannered, they should give me the admission, that I won't do anything wrong, that I'm mature for my age and all of that. I think I still have the notes. I still have a copy of the notes that my dad had to write. So yeah, that was how I got into university at such a young age. And I'm really so glad for the opportunity. Sometimes I think about it that if I didn't get into university when I was so young, like the older that you get, the more you learn a lot of things. Sometimes I do feel like I got into university quite young because I did not get the full experience that I would have gotten if I was older. Do you understand? Like at that age, I was still very shy, I was still very reserved. I didn't participate in as much things as I would have liked to participate in. I was not very outspoken. Like I don't imagine, like I imagine and think about it sometimes that I think I want to go back to school just to get the full experience, because I felt like because I was so young, because I was so immature, I did not get the full experience that I would have gotten. I didn't make a lot of friends. I didn't involve myself in a lot of activities. I was not that outspoken. I was just not a lot of things because I was very young and I didn't have as much exposure. Like going to university was my first contact of exposure. Before that, I was always at home, and I was always at home basically. I didn't go out, I wasn't exposed. So I was not used to that kind of life. Going to university was my first chance at being independent. It was my first opportunity at mingling with a lot of people and trying to, find myself and become a person of my own. It was the first time I had a voice of my own without like my parents making decisions for me. So I feel like if I go to university now, I would have a different, better experience because now I'm an adult, now I'm older. Right now I can explore, I can involve myself in a lot of things. Now I'm ready to contribute to society. But at that age, like 15, going to university, I was so young. And I graduated at 19. Even at 19, I was still very young to be a graduate, right? So but that's happened, that's passed. No regrets actually. I'm also very glad that I finished university on time because you know the past 6 years has been a lot, right? And we feel like growth doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes growth takes years for it to occur, even one single thing. Like it's the same way trauma victims, they take years to come out of that trauma. It's the same way growth can take years to happen. Yeah. Oh, Clarissa, I'm very interesting. Oh, wow, thank you. I appreciate. Wow. Okay, it's not the first time I'm hearing this, but it's really nice to know that someone is interested in the story that I have to tell, my life story, and what I have to say. Thank you for being impressed. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Marriage. Hmm. I talked about this yesterday on my live, and what I was saying was that everybody craves partnership. Everybody craves having support, right? There's this kind of support that you can get when you're in a partnership that you would not get when you're alone. Of course, everybody wants a shoulder to lean on. Everybody wants someone that they can share experiences with, share financial burden with, do life with, basically. So, of course, I want to get married, but I'm not in a hurry, because being in a hurry means that you settle for whatever comes your way, and I'm not about that, right? I'm not picky, but at the same time, I know what I want. At the same time, I know that I have worked on myself to a certain extent, and I would also appreciate someone who has also worked on themselves to a certain extent. Okay, I don't want someone that is confused. I don't want someone that doesn't have their life figured out to a certain extent. I don't want someone that doesn't have vision. Okay, and at the same time, I don't want to marry potential. I want to actually see something tangible, because I feel like I built myself up to a certain extent where I'm not a liability. Okay, I have a lot to offer, knowledge wise, and everything. Like, there's a lot I can do for someone else, so I would also appreciate someone who can do a lot for me, because I believe that marriage is partnership, right? So yes, of course, I'm open to getting married at this age, but I'm also careful about the kind of person that I'm getting married to, because I only want to get married once. I don't want to get married twice or three times. I know that we don't know it all, and man proposes, God disposes. Like, we can plan or say whatever, you get, but like God, like the way life still works out, we cannot plan it, we cannot predict it. But I only want to get married once in my life. Yeah, so I have to make sure that I'm making the right choice to the best of my knowledge at the moment. Would I consider marrying a guy around 35? Yeah, I don't think for me age is like, I don't think I'm big on age, right? Of course, I can marry someone that is 35, as long as the person has the qualities that I'm looking for. Yeah. So I don't think age is such like a big issue. Yeah, I think my mom and my dad, they have like 12 years between them, and they're doing fine. I think it's even better that the guy is more mature, and it doesn't necessarily need to be older, but I believe that the guy has to be more mature than the lady, right? Because the guy is the leader in the home, the guy is like the forefront. Do you get? That's what I believe, anyways. So yeah, I think 35 is fine. I don't mind, of course. Because there are many guys who are my age, 25, that are probably still in college. They don't know what they're doing. They haven't figured things out. They're still jobless. They're still confused. I also believe that I had like an early start in life. So like, I'm more mature than lots of guys that are around my age. Yeah, I've also noticed that as well. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. That I'm quite mature for my age. So most often times when I go into relationships, I end up mixing with guys who are older, because guys my age don't know what to do with someone that is already accomplished to a certain extent. Some of them are still like homeless and jobless. You're still in college. You're still like figuring out themselves. They don't know what they want to do yet. But like, so guys that are settled, they are actually older, and that's true. That's the fact. Yeah, thank you so much for noticing. Yeah, you're actually right. You're actually right. But I'm still hopeful, actually, because to be honest, yeah, I don't tell people this, but to be honest, I've never really experienced what I would call like young love. Not that you love where both of you are still very young, you guys are playing in the waters, you don't have any worries, like you don't have anything on your mind, you guys are just like teenagers playing around and stuff like that. Yeah. So sometimes I do feel like I don't mind someone of my age, because I do want to experience that young love for once. Do you get? Because I feel like if I get my, what, it all depends on the person's personality, anyways. But I don't want someone that is too mature, that will be serious all the time. I still want someone that can be playful, someone that can be jovial, someone that we can still run around, we can still play and all of that. I would still like someone like that. Do you get? So it's a bit complicated. Like, I don't know, like sometimes I feel like what I want is too much, and if I could take sand and water and cement or whatever and mold up the kind of person that I want, I would do it, but it's not possible. So I know I can't meet a perfect person, but at the same time I don't want to settle. I still feel like the person that I will end up with will have some of the qualities that I want. Exactly, like puppy love. We can still be playful, we can still be jovial, and then we know when to be serious, by like in business, in finances, in children, in serious matters, we know when to be serious. But at the same time, we can also still be playful. Exactly. Like, Everything is just about finding a balance, basically. Like to find someone that is balanced in these areas. You can be serious and be the head when you need to be, but you can also be playful when you also need to be. Junior, hi! It's been a long time that I saw you on my live, but I still see your comments on my videos. It's so nice to have you here again. Remember I used to go live like frequently, but I stopped because live got overwhelming, and I think I experienced a bit of burnout, so I stopped going live like I used to. But I think I'm picking up again. I think like things are starting to like settle for me, so I'm picking up my live sessions again. It's so nice to have you here. I hope that you're having a great week. I hope that work was not too stressful. I remember that you're a doctor. I haven't forgotten. Yeah. So I hope that your patients do not stress you this past week. Canary said that's a personality feature. Playful can be any age. Yes, playful can be any age. I don't want someone that is okay. Let me just tell you. About 2 months ago, I met a guy, right? We were talking about something serious, and then he was making a joke out of it. And I didn't like that because, when you're like I'm asking you a question, and instead of you answering me, you're telling me a lie, but you're disguising the lie as a joke, right? It's like when you ask me how old am I could say that, oh, I'm 14 years, no, I could say that I'm 20 years old. I'm not 20 years old, but I would jokingly say that I'm 20 years old. Like I asked you a direct question. Some things require a direct answer. I don't know. But I don't want someone that is overly playful to the extent that you don't know when to be serious. So yeah, basically it's a personality feature actually. Playful can be any age. You're very, very correct. Junior, I'm doing so well. I'm fine. Life is busy, not so overly busy, but yeah, a lot has been happening. It's been a bit overwhelming, and I feel like sometimes you just need to pause and reflect and be sure that the next step that you're taking is the right step. If not, you overwhelm yourself and you make wrong decisions. It's not just about making decisions, it's about making decisions that at least you believe them to be the right and most beneficial decision at the very moment. So yeah, life has been a bit busy. Can I say where did I go to uni? Yeah, I'm laughing because even if I tell you, you would not know the place. Even if I tell you university, I went to university here in Nigeria. So even if I tell you the money, okay, well you could browse it, you could browse about it. But I went to Babcock University. Babcock University in Ogun State. Yeah, Ogun State, Nigeria. That's the university that I went to. It's a good university. They are a Seventh Day Adventist university. I don't know if you know the church Seventh Day Adventist, but they are the owner of the university. So that was where I went to school. And to be honest, in my years in university, I met amazing people. Some of them we are still friends. Okay, like my closest friend now, she was my roommate in school, right? So yeah, I met amazing people. I had good experiences, bad experiences, but yeah, that's part of life. Um, yeah, Junior said just have to know when to be serious and when to play. Yes, yes, actually. And I know that when dealing with people, it will not always be the way you expect. Like nobody is a robot. You can't control anybody with your mind, and you can't order them around, and you can't tell them when to stand up, when to sit down, what to do. No, I don't want someone that I can control either. Yeah, so when dealing with people in whatever situation, even your siblings, even your parents, your co-workers, your friends, you need to have an open mind, right? You need to know that they will not always act the way you want them to act, right? Because nobody is something that you can control, right? So when dealing with people, I've learned to have an open mind. Okay, it's asking because it's curious about me. Okay, I don't mind. Yes, it's a private university. Yeah, exactly. Okay, you heard about it. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. Canary, do you have Nigerian friends? Like, just tell me honestly, do you have Nigerian friends? Because you seem to know like a bit of things. Even when you mentioned Lagos, I was surprised that you said no. I'm kind of surprised that okay, like you really know this environment. Do you have Nigerian friends, or have you been here before, or how come you happen to like know about this place and hear things about this place? I'm quite surprised. Or are you Nigerian? I don't know, like it could be anything at this point. So just let me know. But I'm a bit surprised that you have. I didn't even think you know university, and you even said private. Okay, but yes, it's 7 Day Adventist, and hey, they took their like worship so seriously. Oh. On Saturday, we all have to go to church, and there's this thing that we call it. There's this week they have, spiritual week. We call it Spirit Coco. That's what we call it, Spirit Coco. But it was like spiritual week, and during that week, they invited like men of God in the 7 Day Adventist church to come and preach for us. So we had sessions, early morning sessions. Classes start by 7 a.m., right? I think they moved it to 8 a.m. I can't really remember because it's been like 6 years. But we would have a gathering at the stadium. We have a stadium inside the school, like a big stadium that can contain like 10,000 students, right? So everybody would come to the stadium in the morning for worship. The men would preach. We'll be there for like an hour. We would mark attendance. We'll mark our cards. So everybody has a card. You mark your attendance that you came. In the evening too, you will still mark your attendance that you came after lectures. So like they took it so seriously, the 7 Day Adventists, their worship. And I know that some people after attending the school, they converted to 7 Day Adventists afterwards. And another thing about the school is that if you serve, like pertaining to school fees, for those that served in the church premises, either as pastors or chaplains, they deducted a certain amount from their school fees, right? It was like a way of service. Those that went to like theological students, especially that also served in the church settings in the school, they gave them a discount on their school fees. So yeah, the school has its good parts anyways. um Okay. Hi, Timilei. I remember you. It's been a while, though I haven't been going live anyways, but I do remember you. It's been a while. I hope you've been well. I think you were the one that talked about business, right? If I remember correctly, I think you were the one that talked about a business startup. I think so, but I know we talked about something related to business on one of my lives. Yeah, I remember. I hope you've been well. I hope things are going smooth for you. Happy weekend. This weekend, are you working or you're resting, or what are you doing this week, or you're out having fun? It could be any one of them actually. Okay, so you have Nigerian friends, Canary. That's nice. That's really nice. The thing about Nigerians is that they're everywhere. Anywhere. I love my people. Anywhere you go to, you definitely see a Nigerian. Like Nigerians are just like every. I feel like everybody has a Nigerian friend. Like everybody has a Nigerian friend. No, I'm not 7 Day Adventist. I didn't continue after schooling. I enjoyed my time there in the church, but I did not continue afterwards. I feel like they have some doctrines that are different to my Christian beliefs, right? And I did not want the conflicting, like worshiping on Saturday is not an issue for me, but there are other doctrines that the church had that did not sit well with me. Okay. Okay, Canary said, I heard of the university from another YouTuber. Oh, that's nice. Well, to be honest, like personally, me, I don't even know a lot of like YouTubers. Like, okay, I do know a lot of Nigerian YouTubers, but only like the very popular one. I don't know a lot of small YouTubers. I wish I did actually. And another thing, even here in Abuja where I am, I've been looking for other YouTubers that I hear so we can like collaborate. And I haven't found any. Like, I really want like collaboration or partnership or something, but I have not found any YouTuber in my city as well that is willing to collaborate. Some people will say, okay, yes, we can collaborate, create content together, and all of that. And then when it's time to actually show up and do the work, there'll be nowhere to be found. But it's nice that you heard about the university from another YouTuber. That's really nice. Okay, Timilane said, my church is not an Adventist church, but worship on Saturday. Really? I thought it's only Adventists that worship on Saturday. So just let me know, please, which other church worships on Saturday. I would like to do my research. Between Christians and other like 7 Day Adventists and other denominations, there have been a bit of arguments on when is the actual day to worship. Should you be worshiping on Saturday? Should you be worshiping on Sunday? Right? And my personal opinion is that, does it really matter? Like honestly, does, like if you read the New Testament, especially like when Jesus came, I think the Pharisees or the Pharisees, I think, they asked this question: how can you be healing on the Sabbath day? How can you be talking to people on the Sabbath day? How can you be doing this thing on the Sabbath day? And I think Jesus kind of made people understand that the day that you worship is not the most important thing. What is important is that is your heart sitting right? Do you love God? Are you doing the right thing? Are you living a holy and right? I feel like those are more important things than the day that you worship. People worship on Saturday, people worship on Sunday, and you still commit all sorts of atrocities. They're still killing people, lying, cheating, doing this and that. So is your day of worship really important? I think that's like something we should even ask ourselves. Whenever I see this, like I don't like to engage myself in religious debates. Whenever I see some religious debates, I just scroll past because we are not even ready for that conversation. For those that are really convicted, you feel like you would even understand that some discussions are not so very necessary because the people that even discuss these things, you're not trying to figure out what is the correct thing. They just want to argue. Everybody wants to be right. This person wants to be right. The other person wants to be right. So, like, just believe whatever you want to believe. Like, God knows best. And the major thing is that your heart is pure and right with Jesus. That's all. Oh, Junior is Muslim, but I did all my. The Junior said I'm Muslim, but I did all my primary school in a Catholic school. So yeah, I've learned a lot, and I think that helped me to be more open-minded. Funny enough, funny enough, my primary school was a Catholic school, so I do know some of the rosaries. Funny enough, I do know some of the rosaries. And here in Abuja, like let's say 50% of people here in Abuja are Muslims. Or yeah, basically Abuja is mostly like a Muslim place, so you interact with Muslims. Like my biggest business supplier, like person I buy materials from most, he's a Muslim, and we've been together for like 3 years now. So yeah, I also have Muslim friends, so I don't have anything against any religion whatsoever. Okay, Timileyin said I'm just at home working on some apps. I'm kind of like an intro. Me and you both, Timileyin. I'm also an introvert, so but I can be an extrovert when the need arises. But majority, I'm an introvert. I like to like stay home. I like my personal space. Yeah, I don't do I do like to talk, but only when I feel like talking. I don't like to talk when I'm not in the mood to talk. I don't like to talk when I don't feel like talking. I don't want to talk all the time, only when necessary. Yeah, I don't like people that are always like hyped, like morning to night, Monday to Saturday. You are hyped. No, I can't like function in that kind of space. I can be hyped when I need to be hyped, and then I can be quiet when I need to be quiet. Hi, Ghosty. Just seeing you. Um, hi, welcome to the live. Okay, Junior. Okay, I'm definitely open. Like to be honest, like I feel like even if I explain, people will not understand the way that I've tried to find like a partner to do YouTube with. Like I've tried so hard, honestly. Like even got to a point I was DMing people on Instagram, like, oh hi, I also do YouTube. I saw that you do YouTube. Can we partner? Okay, we could make a video together. Blah blah. Like more than 5 girls. Do you get? And I just felt like, okay, five girls on Instagram. I messaged people on threads, even on WhatsApp, like some WhatsApp groups I was on. I announced it on the group, like YouTube. I do YouTube. Anybody that wants to partner together, we could talk about anything. We could even discuss and all of that, like blah 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 blah. People are like, yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested. But when the day comes to actually like come together and do this thing, they are nowhere to be found. So like I'm not saying that I've given up, but I've just learned that whatever it is I want to do, I can start doing it on my own. I don't need to wait for anybody. Though I would have loved to have a partner, but even if I don't have one, it's fine. I can do bad and good all by myself. Ah, God is good. Okay, Canary said, interestingly, the YouTuber is also a young female who is a go-getter. Can I safely assume that the school grooms leaders? Um, you can say that. To be honest, yeah, like now that you've said it and I think about it, there are a lot of people that graduated from the school. Like even in my sets, like I cannot even speak about overall, just the people that I knew when I was there, that they have done some really great things. Like many of them are no longer in Nigeria. They traveled out like for masters and all of that. But they are doing really great things. Like many of them are outspoken, like they can have serious debates, like they are intellectual, they can say things and talk about topics and innovate things that even you will be surprised. So I would say that yes, the school grooms leader, like there's just something about people that go to that school, like they are different. And whatever it is they want to do, they do it well. Even the girls that decided, okay, they want to be baddies, they want to live this type of lifestyle, they do it well. Like, trust me, those that want to be like influencers, they do it well. Those that want to like go to school and do their masters and speak at Harvard, they're doing it well. So I feel like, yeah, you're right. The school might actually be grooming leaders, to be honest. Just exactly, it's not about a day, and I think there shouldn't be a day to worship. Just worship. You're right. Like, no addition, no subtraction. It's not necessarily about a day. So just like worship every day, basically. Yeah. 'Cause some people, it's only the day that they go to church they worship. Monday to Friday, they're not worshiping. So yeah, 90% or 99% are Muslim in Nigeria, yeah, Nigeria Republic. Yeah, I think I've heard about that. Like a lot of people there are Muslims. So um, so like I said, I'm staying in Abuja also. Where in Abuja are you? Um, I'm not saying I'm not stable right now, but like Abuja is actually like a small place. You can get anywhere from anywhere. So um, I move around a lot. I could be at Durumi, Wuse, Utako, Lugbe, Apo. So like, yeah. Junior said we can try to collab even now, but you invite me, I will talk via, I don't know, WhatsApp or Discord or something. Talk via WhatsApp or okay. Okay, let's see how that goes. I said I can help with your YouTube journey. If you like, okay, so how do you plan to help me? Can I let me hear it? Like, tell me the idea. Tell me. How do you plan to like, or how can you help me? Yes, I started posting content on YouTube like last year. It's been more than a year now, but I only started to take it very, very serious. Like, or I will not say I started taking it seriously. I would say I started being more consistent around like March this year. That's what I would say. So, can I let me know how you can help me with my YouTube journey? Any ideas or what I can do, or how you can assist me, or how we can collaborate? Just let me know what you think. If you talk a lot, your mouth gets dry. Sorry about that. You get thirsty. You talk a lot, actually. Okay, let's talk from three perspectives. Um, Yes, I only started to see you on my feed when you got more consistent. Be proud, girl. You are. You guys, I'm still learning how to take compliments because sometimes when I get compliments, I don't know how to react, right? Because I'm not used to people, sadly, I'm not used to people complimenting me. So when I get compliments sometimes, I don't know how to react. I don't know what to do. Like, if, if you're sitting across from me and you complimented me, I might just be staring or I might just like be looking awkward because I don't know what to say. I'll just say thank you because I don't really know how to react. But thank you so much. I'm proud of myself at all. It's not been easy, of course. Everybody knows that there's nothing you want to do in this life that is easy. That is a walk in the park. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. If it was easy, everybody would be successful at everything. So you should know that for you to be in the top 1%, you need to be working overtime. You need to be working harder than everybody else. People say work smart, but even though you're working smart, hard work is still inside of it. Okay, hard work is still inside. So yeah, it's not been easy, but thank God for growth, thank God for grace. I also realized that more people started to see me when I became more consistent, when I started to show up more, when I started to like give more time. Before I used to do it like like a side hobby, like something and I think another thing that actually affected my YouTube journey in the beginning was that I wasn't sure what people wanted to see me do. Rather than just come here and say what I wanted to say, do what I felt like doing in the moment, I was always thinking, okay, what do people want to see? What do people want to hear from me? I think that was something that affected my growth last year, right? Because I was thinking about what other people wanted to see rather than what me I wanted to see for myself, rather than what me I wanted to do. But I'm so glad that I'm past that phase. Kari said you want to monetize. First, you want to monetize. To monetize, you need 1K subscribers. Yeah, yeah, I'm laughing because I don't know, but from my standpoint, 1,000 people is a lot. And I don't know where I would get 1,000 people that want to hear me talk, that want to see me talk. I know that it's possible, but I don't know. I just feel like over time that will probably fall into place. But for now, I don't know where I'm gonna get 1,000 people that want to see me talk or that want to hear me talk or want to know what I want to say. But I feel like over time, the more I show up consistently, the more I post my content, the more I come on live, the more I just like show up, I feel like the people will come over time. So I don't know if it's something that I can hurry or fast forward to get. If I had a way to like reach a larger audience and say, okay, you guys come and subscribe to my channel, oh, I would have done that. But I don't know where to find 1,000 people that want to like hear me talk, that want to have a discussion. So yeah, that's the reality. So I don't know, but definitely I'm gonna get there. I'm definitely gonna get there, over time. Yeah. Yeah. So like it's a work in progress. Yeah, like day by day, step by step, we're gonna get there. Until we get there, we're gonna keep believing, we're gonna keep being hopeful, we're going to keep showing up, we're going to keep being consistent, okay? Yeah, just do your best. It's like when you start a business, you get like it's not the day you start a business that you get 10 customers. Actually, like realistically, though some people start and they say, the first day that I launched my website, 300 people. It works, like it's true, but that's not the reality for everybody. Some people start their small business and they don't make any sales for a month. That's the truth. So like I feel like when we talk about success stories, let's also talk about what the reality is for a lot of people. A lot of people start businesses and they don't make sales for like a month or 2 months. And even when you start to make sales, you don't get 100 customers in a day or even 10 customers in a day. You grow gradually, like step by step, you grow, which is very fine, which is okay. Canary said, when you receive a compliment, just say thank you for the compliments. Thank you. Chinua said, let me be clear. I would never give fake compliments, no matter who you are. So if I do, you deserve it. It's as simple as that. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. To get there, that's the main point. So what's the plan? One of the best ways to get subs and watch hours is to live stream often. The thing about live streaming is that you need time. Like you need time in real time. If you're posting videos, I can record a video now, like while I'm busy or doing something else, you get and post it later. But to live stream, you need not to be doing any other thing. Like I cannot, okay, I can be live streaming and be cooking, but I cannot be live streaming and be like moving around, be going about my business. So you need time. Like live streaming is like dedicating your time to this thing, and it's not easy, but it's possible. And the thing about me is that I do enjoy talking. Like I do enjoy talking in my spare time. Like, okay, let me just come on live, see who I can talk to, blah, blah, blah. And I don't have a lot of friends in real life that want to always meet up. Like this weekend now, nobody has asked me to come out. Nobody has asked, can I come to your place? Nobody has asked, we have lunch? Nobody has asked me, let's hang out, let's go and paint ball, let's see a movie. Nobody has asked me that this weekend. So I don't have anybody I'm hanging out with. So I do have time. I have a lot of time on my hands. Like my spare time actually when I'm not working or anything, I do have spare time on my hands because none of my friends, the few friends that I have, none of them are even asking me, let's hang out. None of them are saying, I'm getting married, come for my wedding. I don't have any invitations anyway. So for live streaming, I do kind of have time. I can make it happen. A 1K sub is doable for you for sure. True. I mean, I think people that come on live, they do subscribe to my channel anyways, and I appreciate everybody that subscribed to my channel. I really, really appreciate because it's not easy to like keep up with the content that somebody is posting to like interact with someone. I feel like it's not easy because someone like me, sometimes if I'm watching somebody, I can even get bored. So I appreciate people that even stay on my live for like a long time and then subscribe to my channel, comment on my videos. I appreciate them. It's not easy. So you're saying that live streams is the best way for me to. Let me go back to that comment. live streams. Okay, so I think I would do more of live streams. Yeah, it's doable. How often do I live stream? There was a time that I used to live stream like every day, sometimes 2 times in a day or 3 times in a day. But then I stopped because I was so busy. And like I explained earlier, like live stream takes time, right? So, but I think I can pick up again. I live streamed yesterday. And another thing, I only have one phone and I run a business. I could be live streaming now, except that today is Saturday, right? But from Monday to Friday, I could be live streaming and I will be getting calls. Customer will be messaging me, and if a call comes in, it affects the internet connection. Do you understand? I only have one phone, and I use that phone for business. I use that phone for anything. If I'm on a live stream now and somebody calls me, the live stream is going to cut off, and most of the time it's an important call. Do you get? So that's why sometimes I cannot live stream for long. It's just that today is Saturday and I have time. Yeah, like business is not so like my workers are not working today. Let me just put it that way. My workers are not working today. So nobody's calling me, Ma, this person is here to pick up this item. Ma, should I do this one? Ma, this one, like dispatch riders. I went to deliver to this person. They are not available. Like nobody, there's no feedback today because it's Saturday. But a normal day, I probably will not be able to live stream that much. Okay. 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 Junior said it's a pain for your viewers to keep asking and begging. Let me tell you something. Before I started my YouTube channel, when people come and say subscribe to my channel, watch my YouTube video, I used to feel somehow, like I used to look at them somehow like, why are you guys begging for subs? Why are you guys begging for people to watch your content? Like it's cringe, it's embarrassing. But now that I have a YouTube channel, I understand better. So that's why they say don't judge a situation that you have not been in. And it's true. Because if you have not been in that situation, it's easy to talk, it's easy to judge, it's easy to say, why you're doing this thing. But when you get into that situation, you would understand better. So yeah, I don't like this is something I used to do years ago, but the me of now, I don't judge people. I'm not quick to comment. I'm not quick to like talk about situations that I have never been in. Because you never really know how you react in a situation until you are in that situation. Yeah. Okay, can I say this is my first time seeing you? I've been so intrigued and I subscribe. As you can see, people will come. Thank you so much, Canary. I thank you for the motivation because I feel like I'm such an independent person. That's the truth. Like I'm so independent. If I wake up in the morning, I motivate myself to do everything I want to do. I don't wait for anybody to cheer. I don't even have anybody cheering me on. And I do. I do have people cheering me on, but most of the time they are not present, which is fine because everybody has things that they're doing with their life, right? So what I'm just trying to say is that I appreciate you for motivating me because I'm so used to motivating myself by myself, right? I'm so used to being my biggest cheerleader. I'm so used to telling myself that I need to do what needs to be done. Yeah, so I appreciate any external motivation that I get because I'm so used to having internal motivation. Like streaming every day is not reasonable at the moment if you think about it. I think you should make it like a program, like every Saturday or something, and be consistent with it. The thing about committing to a particular time or a particular day is that my life is quite flexible. If I say every Saturday I'm going to live stream, trust me, that Saturday I will have something to do and I will not be able to live stream, which is why I don't make commitments and I don't like schedule my lives. I just come on live whenever I feel like, okay, I have the time, I can do it now. So no scheduled program for now. I can't keep up with it. Yeah, the commitments, I will not be able to keep up with the commitments. So I just live stream whenever I feel like I have time to live stream. But if I go out and come back and I feel like I have time, I could go live. But if I don't have time, or I'm too tired, or I'm not bubbly, or I don't feel happy, I don't want to discuss. Because thing about coming on a live stream is that you must talk. I don't on a live stream you have to do a lot of talking. And it's not all the time that you want to talk as much. Yeah, that's it. Because you are literally the one carrying the live stream on your back, on your shoulder. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. Hi, Nyonkuru Secrets. Welcome to the live. It's the first time I'm seeing you on my live. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope that you're having a lovely week. I hope that you had a nice work week, and I hope that you are relaxing and having fun this weekend. Harry said, "Do you fear your products on your page?" I don't understand this. I don't understand the statement or this question rather. Do I fear my product on my channel? Or do I advertise my product on my channel? Do I sell my products? Is that what you meant to say? I'm a bit confused. Do I fear my products on my channel? Do I advertise my products on my channel? Okay, I think that's what you meant to say. I'm not sure. I just said, well, if you want to start with your channel, you have to commit at some point. Come later on, but you have to. True, I would have to like seriously commit to it. Okay, I think let's see how it goes. Yeah, let's like. I've learned that if I'm not sure of something, I just say, let's see how it goes. Yeah. So let's see how it goes. You are from Rwanda. That's nice. See, the thing about live streams is that you get people from all over the world. People that normally, if you just posted a video, like a normal video, you would not reach, you would not connect to. Hi, Nyonkuru Secret. Thank you for being here all the way from Rwanda. I think you are the first person from Rwanda that is joining my live. I'm so happy, so excited to have you here. I'm from Nigeria, so we are African siblings, right? We are African siblings, though we are not from the same country, but we are both Africans, and I feel like that's such a powerful thing. Like, I value humanity over like tribes or ethnicity or race. I think humanity is the highest thing. Yeah. Feature my products. No, I don't feature my products on my YouTube channel. I don't sell anything on my YouTube channel at the moment. Though I do sell on Instagram, right? But I don't sell anything on YouTube at the moment. Because I don't have a website. Okay, like I don't have a website where I sell my products. I don't even know how to feature my products on my YouTube channel. I don't know if I need a website or how to go about it. So I don't do it yet. But I feel like that's something that I might learn or that's something that I might do over time, actually. So I feel like it's something I might do over time, but I don't do it for now. Let's see how it goes. I agree for the moment. Just remember. Yes, let's see how it goes. Just stream as much as you can and post videos as you can. Okay, yeah. Okay, I will. What's my IG handle? Okay, so my personal page is my handle here on my name here on YouTube is my name on Instagram for my personal page. But my business name is Jetta, Jeta, Jetta the brand. Like no brands now, like the brand. Jeta the brand, 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 right? Jetta the brand. And Jetta, the name came from my last name. My last name is Onojeta. So I just removed out the ONO and used Jetta. So my last name is my brand name, basically. Yeah, you can put it that way. Jetta the brand, that's my Instagram handle. So I sell on Instagram actually, but I don't have a website yet. Similarly, do you make websites? Okay, let me just tell you guys. So I made a website 2 years ago that I never used, right? Because I can say it's my audience or I can say it's me. But as of now, I don't have a large team, right? I don't have a large team, like a large team of people to manage everything. So I like to streamline things down to the ones that I can manage, right? As of now, I still talk to a lot of customers, though I have assistant, like I produce furnitures. Okay, I have a production team. I have people that after the production team is done, they do quality control. I have that. So for me, I talk to a lot of customers. I do phone calls. So I still have an assistant that does that too. But I don't think I have anybody that can manage a website for me, which is the primary reason why I don't have one. I did a website 2 years ago, and I was also the one in charge of like managing the website. I couldn't keep up, guys. I'm just one person. Family life, social life, this one and that one, business, right? I cannot do everything, which is why I don't have a website at the moment. And I don't know when I'm going to have a website. I will have a website when I have someone that can manage the website for me. But as of now, I don't have anybody that will be committed to managing the website, and I don't have any extra time on my hands. So yeah, I don't do it for now. Canary said you Canary, you been to my business page and back so soon. That was so quick. That was very quick. I'm surprised. That was so fast. Yeah, my products are amazing. They're handmade. I think that's what makes them so unique because they're handmade. They're not like bought. They're not imported. So you might not see like not a lot of people sell the things that I sell. Yeah, that's I think that's what makes them more unique. Not a lot of people sell the things that I sell. So yeah, they're very nice, they're very unique. People love them so much. People always compliment. Like anybody that buys, you're so happy to buy it, you're so happy to have it. And I think you can see more why I felt the need to move from selling beauty products to selling what I sell now. Like beauty products, they're a bit common, but these things that I sell now, they are more unique, right? And I produce them. But beauty products, I retail from like big companies. Like you have like people that like beauty, like there's many beauty brands I can't name all. So I resold, I bought and sold, right? But for this one, I manufacture, I produce, and I use raw materials that are here in Nigeria to manufacture, to produce, and to sell. So it's more unique. It's I just prefer manufacturing as of now. Junior said I don't have Instagram. Hmm. Do you know that if I did not run my business on Instagram, if I did not sell products on Instagram, if I did not need to have Instagram to make a living, I probably will not be on Instagram as well. Sometimes I feel like it's a bit toxic. I feel like it's a bit overwhelming, overstimulating. I have a lot of things to say about social media apps, but sometimes it's necessary to be on them. So that's why I'm on them sometimes. Junior, that thing I was knitting, I stopped. I never picked it back up because of time, because of lack of commitment, but I will. One of these days, I definitely will. So, guys, it has been amazing to be on this live. I've been here for over an hour now, and I know that I mentioned that I was on my way to work, so I will need to go now. Yes, I'm free to discuss prices, but that will be some other time because I'm late to get to the store. I need to be on my way now. And there are some customers that I have to attend to. And I've taken like this live has been over an hour. I'm even surprised that I start here for 1 hour. It doesn't even feel like an hour. But yeah, I start here talking for an hour. Proud of myself. So thank you so much, everyone that joined in, and we will discuss some other time. Bye. I hope everyone has a nice day. I probably will go live again, but that maybe later. I may not. No commitments because I don't like to feel disappointed in myself. That's why I shy away from commitments sometimes. But yeah, I may not. So have a nice day, everyone, and I will see everyone some other time. I'm so sorry that I'm ending the live like this.